Hi everyone, it's Evan here from the Trade Risk on Thursday, February 9th, intraday with a short video. I want to point out some trade ideas, some names that are on my watch list, some things I'm paying attention to today. Should be a short video. Let's look at the market real quick. We had our full-length market recap yesterday. We discussed in that video that we wanted to see if the market could start to test those upper levels, that prior resistance here in the S&P 500 later this week. We're getting that today. We're getting that even more than we could have pictured as we actually break out to new all-time highs in the S&P 500, in the Dow Jones, in the Qs, in the NASDAQ, and a nice move in the small caps. So it's a nice day, some range expansion out there to the upside. It's nice to see some energy, some momentum, some enthusiasm come into this market. So S&P 500 at all-time highs, so is the Dow. The IWM up, biggest percentage gainer, still in this channel. So we're back to testing the upper end of this channel that it's been in for since the beginning of December. And this is going to be key to see if this group of stocks here, the small caps, the riskiest of names, can start to break out back to the upside. That would add a lot of, should add a lot more enthusiasm behind this market, improve that breadth, and continue to help the case for the bulls. Now, with that said, looking for long exposure. Don't want to be blindly all in here. I'm not saying, close your eyes and buy anything. It's still a place where you want to be cautious and still have your stops in, still respect risk. But I think at this point, it's proven that the path of least resistance is once again higher, and there is some momentum and breadth support behind that. So with that, let's look at some trade ideas. First is TWLO. TWLO has been crushed over the past 3 months. This isn't something that I'm looking at right now today to buy. I don't think the timing really supports that, certainly not for my framework. I just want to pay attention to the potential bottoming process that TWLO is sort of been undergoing. We've seen recently now, the past week or so, a nice little uptick in volume. I know it did have earnings. It's starting to lift back above this $30 level, and it did put in very marginally a sort of a higher low here from its IPO price back in mid-2016. So TWLO was a great trading vehicle to the long side at the end of 2016. We had some great trades in this. I'd like to get this back on my watch list for that same sort of trading behavior. Again, I don't think the timing is right just yet, but starting to pay attention to it, starting to see if it can bottom out here. Weekly chart is still concerning, but something worth sort of keeping a watch on in sort of the back of the bottom of your watch list, back of your mind. So that's TWLO X. This one here has been quite a mover for 2016. It had a monster run to the upside. Let's look at the weekly chart, because I think this is the most impressive, sort of look at it, and it gives you the big picture view. It's been in an uptrend again since 2016. Just had a monster move from $6 or I'm not sure exactly where it bottomed out. Let's get the cursor on just so I can say, yeah, so it was about $6. We're already now back up to $37. So quite a move. But look at this consolidation that it took place over the past 6 or 8 weeks or so. And now look at the move this week as we start to break higher from this flag. This looks really good, pretty textbook looking flag here. 7% move. This thing, definitely has some beta behind it. So be careful, but looking good. Looks like you might be able to, get some plays in the steel space again. FTV, this is one that we're involved in. Alerts went out yesterday to buy this, so we're in this right now. But FTV emerging yesterday, had some earnings out, opened lower, engulfed the prior day, broke out and closed to new all-time highs, uptick in volume. So something that we got involved in, seeing some follow through today. Again, maybe the timing may not be right to chase it here today, but it's something that is breaking out from a pretty actionable multi-week, multi-month base, and something that you may want to pay attention to. It's a young issue as well. So FTV, like this one, I'm involved in it, and so are members. So FTV looks good. Finally, DOW, this is Dow Chemical. This one also shaping up, paying attention, catching my eye today. As you can see, it's consolidated recently below the $60 level, right around the $60 level. Let the moving averages catch up. Now it looks like it's trying to get going today. It's up almost 1%, and something that looks pretty pretty good textbook-wise, technical-wise. If you zoom out here on the weekly chart, it's had a very big breakout here in December of 2016. We were fortunate enough to catch that. We were in right here, and we sold off into this leg higher, and we haven't really been involved in this since. Just been keeping it on the watch list on the back burner, and it finally looks like could be setting up for another interesting move. So that's Dow Chemical. That's the rundown for a few of the names that I'm watching today. Hope you had a great day trading. Thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.